When I was thinking about doing something greater or better, I just felt like I wasn't doing enough good for the world. We went to Vermont to help a rescue there, and we would go and help them. And one day I said, how can we help you more? And they said, you can adopt some of our horses. I kind of pick everything. I go with what I think no one will take. We take miniatures, we take dwarf minis up to mammoth drafts. We take everything in there. We also take the really, really bad cases that look like they're not going to make it another day. We'll also take the horses are in pretty good shape because we also feel that they're in great shape, they can ride, and people will adopt them quickly.
We're just working to get them to trust us. A lot of horses that we pull come with a lot of trust issues, a lot of sensitivities to the touch, and what we do is our best to give them as much contact with people so that they understand that we're not here to hurt them anymore, that we're here to help them.
I'm all about the vibe here. When Mary Lou and I were looking and trying to find a place to move to, we drove up the drive and we stopped up near the top of the hill here and got out, and I looked at Mary Lou and she looked at me, and I'm like, this is it. And she said, yeah, this is it. And I mean, we just knew immediately that there's just such a healing, calm vibe.
I was doing bookkeeping at a farm, and Ramiro was working there. And long story short, but there was a barn fire at that farm, and the barn burned to the ground, and a couple horses died, about 4 horses died, and he was there. And he was very sad about it, and so I was trying to help him. So we kind of really connected. And so when I decided to start the rescue, I asked him, and I said, I want to start a rescue, but I can't do this without you. And I said, what you know, I don't know. What I know, you don't know. But without you, I can't do this. I don't know what he knows with horses. He can look at a horse in a paddock and tell you if the horse is lame. He knows. Sometimes I'm like, how do you know? How do you know that? Or he'll say something like, that horse is not feeling well. And I'm looking. But finally, I'm starting to see that. So that's how we started. It was me and him only.
Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
When a horse is brought to auction or sold to auction, a lot of the horses are not in great shape and are bought by the kill buyers, which then go into a big trailer of the 40, 50 to 100 horses that they may purchase that day because they're in not really good shape. A lot of the horses are thin, starving, and fighting for food because there's so many horses in such a small space. So they get injured, and they also are anxious and panicking for, a way to get out, but wondering why they're there. And then they get driven to Mexico and Canada for slaughter.
Stuart was probably our first horse that we really, really rescued from a desperate situation. She was in a kill pen going for slaughter. She was a really lower on the pecking order horse. She had a lot of kicks and bites on her. She was bleeding from the eye. Her ribs were showing. She was in bad shape. So they have these networkers. It's kind of like their last chance. The woman who networks them called and said, can you take this horse? So she said she's not going to make it overnight. And so we took her, we brought her to quarantine, shipped her there, and the quarantine person said, I'm not sure if she'll make it. She did, she made it. And so we started to rehab her. great part of the story is she got adopted by a wonderful girl, and she worked with her and trained her. We were just so happy. We were in tears. And so she's at a lesson barn now. She gives lessons. The kids love her. She's probably the favorite horse in the barn. I mean, she looks so different. What we do is on the ground therapy. So it's more like a therapy session with a horse there. And you are around the horse, grooming them, petting them, picking up their feet, cleaning their feet. So you're doing things to help them. And at the same time, they're bonding with you. They're listening, they're feeling what you're doing.
When you see a lot of anxiety and trauma based on, things that have happened in their lives, and then you see them be able to release that. And it's just like it's a safe setting. The animal knows they're safe here, and the human knows it as well. And just to see the bonds that they make, and these can be people who have had a lot of difficulty establishing any kind of social bond in their lifetime. And once they can do it, then they feel like, okay, I can do this, and they'll carry on with that.
It's really great because a lot of times people don't really want to talk in a therapy session, but with an animal there, sometimes ever want to cry on your couch. You don't want anyone there, but your dog, you're going to hug your dog and just cry into their fur, right? So it's sort of the same with horses. A lot of times people, they can't really talk, but then once the horse is there and they feel like, I can let my guard down, they would talk to a therapist.
I can literally, like I said, see a horse look into the eyes of the person that they're working with and read them and know, okay, this is what I need to do. And they do it. They will nuzzle, they'll put their head on, If they know that the human is a little apprehensive, they'll kind of turn sideways and let the human figure out, okay, I can rub him on his side and that's good, And I don't have to tell the horse to do that. The horse is doing it, because he's able to read.
They are extremely sensitive animals. So if you can imagine their ability where their entire body quivers when a fly lands on them, and then try to imagine someone mistreating them physically, it really does send shivers down your body to think of the type of harm that some of these animals experience.
You have to be from the heart to do this. And if I feel that someone is from the heart and so 100% cares about the mission and about the animals, then I know they're for us. Horses, they don't judge you. They're just there. And they're there for you. They're there so that you can just be around them, hug them, groom them, be with them, walk with them. They'll walk next to you, and they won't say anything, and they calm you.
Last year, we placed almost 70 horses in new homes. In terms of how many horses over the years we've rescued in total, up to date right now, it's probably over 350 horses. Helping them and saving as many as we can is definitely a major goal here at the rescue. And there are thousands and thousands of horses that need saving, and we're just scratching the surface.